lands and waters we all own. The skies appear to shine on and on. The waters in the woods John calls home. The waters in the woods John calls home. Find Gillespie to go out with, have him put you on a show. You'll both be on the water before the boss would know. The skies appear.
Welcome to John Gillespie's Wisconsin's Waters and Woods. Today's show is being brought to you by the Pabst Brewing Company, PB Army, ASAP, by your Toyota dealer, I love what you do for me, Toyota, and by Gander Mountain. Gander Mountain, where serious sportsmen shop.
Throw a line in the water, just sit back and wait. Hope that a monster will come and crush your feet. The skies.
Welcome to Wisconsin's Waters and Woods. Well, folks, it's a beautiful day in August, and we're up in the Stevens Point area with our friend and guide, John Kolbeck. And John, you and I have talked this over many times over the last couple of years. I think Stevens Point is probably the most underrated fishery in the entire state. Would you agree?
Oh, yeah, and even the fisheries biologist in this area will tell you that the production and the growth rate of the fish in the river is better than anywhere in the state.
Now, today we're fishing for smallmouth and catfish, huh?
Right, channel cats.
How's that been this summer?
Been pretty good. The channel cat's been running probably 22 to 26 inches, most of them, and smallmouths, about half of them are over 14 inches. So the size has been real good, and the numbers have been decent, not tremendous, but good quality fish, most of them.
Now, you're going to guarantee some fish today?
Oh, yeah, I always guarantee fish.
Sounds good, buddy. And all of this week's winners of the 1994 Pabst Blue Ribbon Fishing Contest, all of that coming up right after this.
So, you enjoy watching those fancy beer commercials. Well, that's good, because a Clydesdale eats over 5 tons of hay a year. So every time you buy that beer, it's like you're treating a horse to dinner. But if you'd rather put your money where your mouth is, just say PB Army ASAP and have a Pabst. Because we don't spend a lot of money making fancy commercials. We spend it making great beer. And while some may not understand this philosophy, we're quite sure you will.
Toyota dealers are making now the time to buy. It's the big summer sales event, and these guys are out to sell 7,000 Toyotas.
Urgent fax at the desk?
I have an urgent fax at the desk. Hold on. Jane, Toyota has just announced 4.9% financing on all Camrys. We hope it isn't too late to let people know about this summer sales event program. 4.9% financing on a Camry? Is now the time to buy? Get a clue. Go to your Toyota dealer.
Ameritech cellular users have a definite advantage because only Ameritech has call sense. It works 5 ways to lock in the clearest, most reliable connection every time.
Hi, I'm stuck in traffic. Can we meet later?
Hello? Trying to call without it doesn't make sense.
Oh, please.
Sign up with Ameritech now and get any 2 months unlimited local cellular service free. 1-800-MOBILE-1.
And tell Mr. Harvey I'm on my way.
Welcome back, folks. I'll tell you, it doesn't take John Kolbeck long to get us on fish, and what he's got us doing is trolling the river, and that's just to find the fish, basically, and then we'll try some different methods. But I'll tell you, John, this is fun, man, and this is a decent-sized fish, probably fighting like a smallmouth, I think.
Yeah, it looks like it might be a smallie.
Oh, yeah,
that's a
there
smallie.
he is. There we go. All right, beauty. That's a nice way to start the day.
Yeah, about a 13-incher, look like.
They say your smallies have been averaging pretty good size this year, too, haven't they?
Yeah, about half of them have been over 14 inches, which is the size limit here.
That's a little bit under, but that's a pretty fish. Way to start us off.
I got one, too, John.
You got one on there, too?
Yeah, I got one, too.
But what, this trolling, it's kind of new, isn't it, John, for you?
Yeah, this is the first year I've done it. I kind of started it because I had a lot of families bringing little kids up here, and they're not very good casters. So we started trolling. It turned out it's been working real good. We've even caught a lot of channel catfish on artificial bait. This is a good fish here, John.
Channel catfish on artificials?
Yeah, I don't know what this is, but it's a nice fish.
That might be what you're talking about. Yeah. That might be a cat.
Could be. No, another, nice
is that
bass.
a beauty?
Oh, big bass.
Oh, is that a nice smallmouth, John?
Well, I got pretty heavy line on here, so I can just...
That is a beautiful fish. Is that gorgeous?
That is a dandy, isn't it?
What's that, 2.5, 3 pounds?
Yeah, that's a nice fish.
That's beautiful. But this trolling thing, you originally tried it for the kids, and it's really a successful method, huh?
Yeah, we use it mainly to locate fish. Some days you got to do it all day. It's the only thing that works. They want a fast-moving bait, but usually we'll troll a long stretch, and if you catch 4 or 5, like here we had a double right in this spot, so obviously there's some fish here. So we'll come back and fish this with either live bait or casting later on.
Now we're just flatline trolling. Show the kind of folks what kind of bait you're using there. We're just using little diving baits?
Yeah, this is a wiggle wart. It's the small size called a peewee wart. And I like floating crankbaits because when they get hung up, they're a lot easier to get off. Plus you can feel them vibrating, so you know if they're working or not. If they get fouled up, you can tell by pulling on your rod. If you don't feel a vibration, it means the hook's usually got wrapped around the line.
Got one on there, John?
Yeah, I got a good one.
All right, buddy.
I think it's a big smallmouth.
Folks, I'll tell you, this is just fantastic. What we're doing and trolling along here, we're picking up a fish every couple of minutes. I just missed one about 5 seconds before John hooked into that one.
Oh, another nice bass.
Another nice smallmouth bass.
Yeah, that's a dandy again.
All right, buddy. I can't believe, John, how big these fish are running this year and compared to years past when you and I have been fishing up here. You know that?
Yeah, they, well, that 14-inch size limit is bringing up the average size every year. They're getting bigger.
Oh, that's a gorgeous fish. How fast now, if you troll the river like this, how fast do you go?
Just fast enough for my baits to bump bottom. I don't really know. It's probably a mile or 2 miles an hour, something like that. This little, my new motor really has been working good for this trolling.
But so it's slow enough so your bait keeps hitting the bottom, huh?
Right.
Pretty fish. Another nice legal smallmouth.
Yeah, and when you troll downriver, you'll be going a lot faster because the current is pushing you as well as the boat. So your baits will run a lot deeper. But when you're going upriver, you can just crawl because you're going against the current. The current makes your bait wiggle. And we're probably going a half a mile an hour upriver and maybe 2 or 3 miles an hour downriver.
I'll tell you, folks, we changed our method a little bit. We decided to anchor here and do a little live bait fishing. And right away, John, I don't know what this thing is, but I was using a big minnow.
Small catfish, maybe.
Small cat, huh? Boy, they fight, don't they?
Yeah, he's going.
All right,
small
buddy.
catfish.
Now, that's not that small, is it?
Yeah, that's dinky for in here.
Wow. But that right there, if you're going to eat them, is the perfect eating size,
yeah, that's
though,
better
isn't it?
for eating. But we've been, yesterday I caught 5 catfish, and the smallest one was 22 inches. Really?
22 inches was the smallest?
Yeah.
What's this, about 12, 14?
Yeah, about 14.
Wow, that's fun, though. And you know what's so nice about this kind of fishing, John, is you just sit here and relax and throw the rods out and wait for a little bite. And you said hit that one right away, huh?
Yeah, well, you had your rod bent over pretty good on that minnow.
Anybody want to eat these?
I don't want any. I don't.
No, I've got a freezer full of fish, but folks, I'll tell you, they are delicious out of here. I've eaten them out of here, and they're just super. Cool. Hey, John, all right.
There's one.
That's a bigger catfish than the one I just caught, isn't it? Is that a good one?
It's pretty good, John.
You gonna need the net on this guy?
Yeah, I think so.
All right, you want me to help you, or I'll get here, I got a net back here for you.
He's going where he wants to.
Big fish, huh? Folks, I'll tell you, this is something that John and I, the times that we fished up here, can always do is catch big catfish like this. Is he going to be in your anchor rope there?
Yeah,
be all right?
I know. I'm not going to be all right. I'm going to get this trolling motor up out of here, too.
Oh, geez, that's a big fish, isn't it?
Yeah.
Wow.
Well,
holy cow, look at that rod go, man.
I got this other rod in here. I had a bite.
Good job there, underneath the other rod there.
Yeah, I had a bite on both rods at the same time.
Well, we've had doubles before. Folks, I'll tell you, this catfishing is a lot of fun. And these, you know, people say catfish don't fight. That's a lot of hogwash, isn't it, John?
Oh, yeah, they're one of the strongest fighters in the river, no doubt.
What pound test line are you using on there?
This one's got 4 only. I got to be
4 pound test?
I'm back reeling here because he's taking line.
But what do you recommend if folks are going to come up here and fish with you?
Usually 8 for eight's better for catfish. You don't break them off then. But if you take your time, you can get an awful big fish.
Wow. Look at that thing fight you. And that current's not helping him either. That's all his muscle.
Yeah, he's going upriver. Downriver, he'd be going that way. They like to swim under the boat. When they do, like he's doing now, to keep the line from rubbing on the boat and busting, you have to stick your rod in the water a lot of times.
You know, I always heard catfish were night biters. Here it is, 11:45 in the afternoon and catching them, you know, John? Ooh, that's a nice one. That's a nice fish.
Yeah, he's decent. He isn't even that big, though. He's probably 22, 23 inches. I thought he was going to be bigger than that. Well,
how big do you get him?
Well, 30 inches. 30 inches is the biggest.
There
we go.
That's a nice one.
He's about 22, I guess.
That's a pretty cat. Oh, you got to tell the folks what you caught him on, too.
I was trying to keep the secret from John, but he saw me putting him on. There you can see what I caught him on. Little water dog.
Uh-huh.
I just lucked out at the bait store I went to the other day had some of these swimming around in their tank, and they didn't want them, so I was more than happy to take them off their hands for free.
That's a pretty cat.
Yeah,
Isn't that a nice one?
Yeah, that's probably 21, I'd guess, 21 inches.
And that's about the average size, John?
Yeah. This year we've been getting a lot of 24 inchers this year, which a 24 incher is only 3 inches bigger than this, but it'll weigh at least twice as much.
Yeah.
Be about twice as big around.
Boy, that was fun to see you reeling that baby in. They fight great. Now let's show the folks too the rig you use. It's basically a very simple rig, isn't it?
Yeah, well, this one I have a 3-way rig. You can see I got just a little short dropper line about 2 inches long with just a split shot, which is enough weight in this current, and then another little line coming off about 2 foot with my hook.
And what size hook is that?
Oh, this pretty big hook I got on here. It's probably about a 2 or 3/0 on here now.
Uh-huh.
And this water dog, see, he's still wiggling around. See him going?
Yeah.
So I'm going to use him again.
Hey, that was cool. Nice cat.
Because I can't get these. You can't just go buy these, so I'm going to nurse these babies and make them try to catch 3 fish on
Hey,
each
nice
one.
job, too, on the 4-pound test line. That was a good fight, wasn't it?
Yeah, you gave me a good fight.
You can catch trophy fish in Wisconsin. After 22 years of outdoor reporting, you can have on video my favorite spots. Whether you're after giant pike, lunker bass, trophy muskies, wall hanger walleyes, or slab-sized panfish, this 1-hour video is a year-round guide.
John's favorite spots 1-hour video is full of action, and it's just $19.95 plus $4 shipping and handling. Call 1-800-374-7490. Call now, 1-800-374-7490.
MW Marine has this Alumacraft Phantom V170 with 2 large casting platforms, front and rear aerated live wells, full instrumentation including AM/FM stereo cassette and tilt steering wheel. Powered by a Mariner 115 horsepower with power trim and tilt and oil injection for smooth and dependable performance. Folks, this is the same boat we use every week on the show. A Shorelander roller trailer completes the package, freight and prep included, all for only $12,695.
Toyota dealers are making now the time to buy. It's the big summer sales event, and these guys are out to sell 7,000 Toyotas.
Urgent fax at the desk?
I have an urgent fax at the desk. Hold on. Jane, Toyota has just announced 4.9% financing on all Camrys. We hope it isn't too late to let people know about this summer sales event program. 4.9% financing on a Camry? Is now the time to buy? Get a clue. Go to your Toyota dealer.
Off the record, you don't repel mosquitoes with greasy bath oils. Use Repel Insect Repellent. Repel Sportsman and Family formulas are non-greasy and repel both ticks and mosquitoes. With Repel Insect Repellent, you can't get 10,000 biting mosquitoes in a tent. They won't come in. Repel, the only name in repellents.
Here we go. All right, buddy, my first big cat of the day, at least it feels bigger. Look at that rod, folks.
Yeah, that's a heavier outfit, too.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, look at him go, man. This is on a different bait, folks, too. I got to tell you what this bait is. It's called the Colbeck, what is it, the Colbeck Secret Curse?
No, Colbeck's Catfish Curse.
Well, it works. Here he comes. Ooh, he just swirled out there. Just swirled out there. Not as big as yours, I don't think, buddy, but a nice one.
Well, that's a heavier outfit, so they come in a little easier on that one.
Another nice cat, though. All right.
Yeah, he's decent.
Oh, yeah.
About 20 incher.
There we go. All right, buddy. Number 2 of the day, they're big ones. But that's our 3rd catfish in just a short while. That's great. Now, we're in August, John. Does this catfishing continue to be good?
Yeah, actually, I think it gets better in the fall.
Do you really?
See, there's my secret bait.
Well, we'll talk about that in a minute, but August is a good time, huh?
Yeah, really, they bite pretty good, even in the spring and in the summer. And I think it gets better as you get later, and as the water starts cooling down a little bit. The bass kind of taper off, but the catfish bite gets a lot better.
Good one?
Yeah, it's a good one.
Is it?
I got to get this motor out of the way.
You got so many rods in here, man. Are you going to be able to handle it?
Yeah.
We'll need the net for this guy, too, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Now that, you know, normally when you and I fish these cats, they bite real hard. They're just kind of hitting light today, aren't they?
Yeah, they're not hitting as hard as they usually do. Whoa! He's going under the boat. I got to stick the rod in the water, or you'll break the line on the boat. He's way under the boat. Oh, there goes the drag. Look at that.
Ooh, look at him.
Look at that drag.
Ooh, this could be a good one.
He's way under the boat.
Let me see if I can get up here in front of you and see if I can help you out with this guy. Is that the 4-pound test one again?
Yes, it is.
Well, you know, you're doing it for sport. That makes it a little sportier, doesn't it? Ooh, look at him. Look at him take line out. Jeez. On the mud puppy thing. Now all we need is for one of my back rods to go. Ooh, that's a nice catfish.
Yeah, that's a big one there.
That is a big one.
Make sure that drag.
You said you got one about 14 pounds this spring out of here?
Uh-huh. Yeah, I was fishing by myself that day. I had 7 fish. The smallest was 25 inches.
Jeez. Well, this is a nice one. This is a real nice one.
Yeah, this is bigger than any of them other ones. We ain't got him in yet, though, John.
We'll get him in. I know John. John's very talented. But this is, ooh. What kind of water do you look for when you fish these, John? Do you fish shallow or deep or?
I try lots of spots. Like right here, we're in a 10-foot hole, which is, we weren't getting nothing in them shallow spots. So you got to try a lot of spots in a day to. Sometimes they're on humps. Sometimes they're.
Oh, is that a beauty? Is that a beauty? Whoa, there we go. That is a beautiful cat. Now, let's show the folks how you handle these, John, okay? That's the one concern. They do have some stingers on there, right?
Yeah, spines. I just hold them with my palm against their belly, and then I get a fin out each side. These are what, on a little one, these are sharp. On a big one, they're usually pretty wore off. This guy's are all wore off. And then here you have a sharp one on a little fish. You got more you got to worry about those 1-pounders more than you do these 4- and 5-pounders.
Boy, that's a beautiful fish. Yeah. But again, you vary your spots, huh? They aren't always shallow and they aren't always deep,
right?
Huh?
Yeah, you gotta keep moving around. Usually they're between 2 and 10 feet in here.
I'll find your pliers for you.
I've caught them I've caught them 15, 20 feet. Oh, I see the pliers are up here.
Oh, okay.
See, I can't hardly get my hand across his back to get a good grip.
And folks, I want to tell you again, these are good eating. And you mentioned smoking before. You can smoke these, huh?
Oh yeah, a lot of guys like to smoke them, especially the bigger ones, and then the littler ones, you know, fry up. Man, he's got it in there.
On the water dog.
Yeah, he bit on that.
And you let him go a pretty long time too before you set that
Yeah, that's
hook.
probably a 5-pounder there. That's a little bit better one, about 23 inches.
Wow, and you said now, before, if they grow an inch or two, that'll add how much weight?
Yeah, well, see, I can't even get my hand around him, where that other one, that 21-incher, I could, you know, he was about this big around, like down here.
Right.
But, yeah, this fish weighs probably 50% more than that 21-incher did.
Right, and that's about how long?
I'd say that's 23.
23, so 1 inch make that big a difference.
You can measure them quick here, if you want.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's take a look, because that's a pretty fish. And the coloring on these fish is neat up here, too. You know that?
Yeah, this is a male. The males are a lot darker, and you have a bigger mouth and a wider head than the females. Okay, I'll do it this way. He's 24.
24 inches. Beautiful fish. John, I'll tell you, I've seen you catch 2 big cats on those things now. So how do you hook them up?
Well, pretty much like you would minnows. Just hook them through the lips.
Uh-huh.
And use a pretty big hook, because you want the point of the hook sticking out where it'll grab on a fish. So you just hook them through the lips, see how wiggly they are? Man, they go nuts.
I'll tell you, folks, yeah, we were looking at, if you can just put it on the top of the water there, John, and show the folks at home how much activity those
They're like little alligators. See how they swim with their tail?
And that's got to attract fish. What about, you think they work for other species other than cats?
Oh, I know. The first time I bought them down south, they're really good for largemouth bass. And I've caught a lot of smallmouths here on them, and I know they're good for walleyes. And I think even muskies would bite on these things.
Yeah, well, they're neat.
I mean, they'll actually try to get away from the fish. You'll see, even though I got a sinker on there, they'll swim right up to the surface when a fish is after them.
So, you enjoy watching those fancy beer commercials. Well, that's good, because a Clydesdale eats over 5 tons of hay a year. So every time you buy that beer, it's like you're treating a horse to dinner. But if you'd rather put your money where your mouth is, just say PB Army ASAP and have a Pabst. Because we don't spend a lot of money making fancy commercials. We spend it making great beer. And while some may not understand this philosophy, we're quite sure you will.
Toyota dealers are making now the time to buy. It's the big summer sales event, and these guys are out to sell 7,000 Toyotas.
Urgent fax at the desk?
I have an urgent fax at the desk. Hold on. Jane, Toyota has just announced 4.9% financing on all Camrys. We hope it isn't too late to let people know about this summer sales event program. 4.9% financing on a Camry? Is now the time to buy? Get a clue. Go to your Toyota dealer.
Milwaukee, Wisconsin piano distributor and dealer must liquidate his entire inventory. He must convert his new and used piano inventory into cash. New console pianos only $15.95. Grand pianos from $25.95. New digital pianos regular price $41.75. Less than half price only $19.95. For appointments call A1 Marketing 414-321-0863. That's A1 Marketing 414-321-0863. Inventory shown by appointments only.
We got one trolling again.
Ooh, that's a nice bass. That's another nice one.
Yeah, that's a big one there.
Now, is there any pattern to this that we're catching the bigger ones trolling?
I don't think so, John. It's just the way it is today, but...
Look at that fish. That's a gorgeous bass,
Again,
John.
on that wigglewort, on that little wigglewort.
Now, on a stretch of river like this, what's the main diet of your smallmouth?
In this section here, it's mostly crawdads and insect larvae. Very few minnows. It just seems like, I guess it's probably easier for them to catch the other stuff. They don't have to chase them so far.
So what you do is use baits that are kind of like that.
Yeah, these wiggleworts basically are crawdad imitators. They root along on the bottom, kind of like a crawdad that's escaping. And then I use a lot of jigs that basically imitate the insect larvae.
I would bring one of my kids up for this. You know, they'd never handled a big fish like that, you know?
Look.
Here he comes. Bigger than the last one?
Yeah, well, I think so, yeah.
Oh, aren't they neat?
Whoop.
Yeah, that's a nice fish.
On the curse.
Here we go. There we go. Right in there. All right, buddy. Now, is that
That's a female? Yeah, see, she's got that real pretty color in that
Yeah, that's what I want to show the folks at home. I don't know if we saw that.
And the smaller head and the real pretty colors, and she'll be fatter, too. She won't be, she'll have a big belly, see?
But this is the coloring that I was referring to.
Yeah, that real pretty gold color, greenish gold. And the females, their mouths aren't nearly as big. If that was a male, his mouth would be way out, about almost twice as big.
John, I got a nice bass on here, buddy.
I got something on nice, too.
Oh, yeah, you got one of the fish on up front, too.
Yeah.
All right, man, what do you got?
Ooh, bigger bass. Mine's much bigger than yours.
Look at this, folks. Two beautiful smallmouth at the same time.
Whoa.
Wow, that is something else. Wow, here we go. I'm just going to kind of hoist, well, I can't hoist this guy up. He's too big.
Yeah, he might break. That's only 4 pound on there.
Yeah, wow.
Better lip him.
Look at that. That's a beautiful smallmouth. At the same time, John, look at the one he's got up front there, folks. Is that something?
2 legal ones right back to back.
Now, this one's really swallowed the hook, John, so I should just cut the line?
Yeah. Yeah, this is about a 15-incher, pretty marked fish, though. Pretty
beautiful. Folks, that's something else. John, that doesn't happen very often, does it?
Yeah,
when you
yours
catch
has
two
got
beauties
pretty
like
white on his fins. Mine doesn't have that on these bottom fins.
Isn't that something? Oh, that's a nice cat.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. You're going to need the net, aren't you?
Yeah, this is that 4 pound again. I got to dip him out.
That makes it fun, though, doesn't it? I mean, who cares if you lose one or two?
He's not as big as the biggest ones we caught, but he's decent.
Yeah, but who cares if you lose one or two? Why not use the light line, you know?
It's more fun.
Yeah. There we go.
Another female.
That's a beauty, yep.
Yeah.
On that...
Oh, and look, she just got hooked on the outside of the face, was just sniffing on that water dog. You can see the water dog in there.
Hey, John, I want to thank you for another super day up here in Stevens Point. It was a typical day. We got a lot of big catfish, a lot of bass, and what about the rest of the month of August, September, October? Still good fishing?
It's good fishing until freeze up. It's just that once it gets cold, the bass will quit, but the crappie and the walleye will bite even better. So there's always some action right up till we have freeze up.
John Kolbeck guides the Wisconsin River in Stevens Point on a daily basis for catfish, bass, crappies, and walleyes. For more information, give him a call at 715-341-5687.
You can catch trophy fish in Wisconsin. After 22 years of outdoor reporting, you can have on video my favorite spots. Whether you're after giant pike, lunker bass, trophy muskies, wall-hanger walleyes, or slab-sized panfish, this 1-hour video is a year-round guide.
John's favorite spots 1-hour video is full of action, and it's just $19.95 plus $4 shipping and handling.
Call 1-800-374-7490. Call now, 1-800-374-7490.
If you're going to Las Vegas or a gambling casino for the first time, play to win. Don't be a loser. Learn the basics of all the popular casino games with this incredible 60-minute high-quality videotape. Learn the basics of how to play and win. Eliminate your first-time player's embarrassment. Let America's foremost gambling authority, Jimmy Scott Jordan, show you how to play all of these games with confidence. Craps, roulette, blackjack, baccarat, poker, keno, sports betting, and slot machines. A total of 12 games. Buy your basics videotape today for only $12.99 and receive $20 in match play money good at the Palace Station in Las Vegas. Order now and you'll also receive 2 complimentary show tickets to Viva Las Vegas at the Sands Hotel. That's over a $50 value for only $12.99. Don't miss this limited time special TV offer. Here's how to order.
Call 800-522-2107. The tape is just $12.99 plus $3 shipping and handling. Call 800-522-2107. Call now.
You don't have to go to Canada to catch big fish. Northland Guide Service will put you on those trophies anywhere in Wisconsin. No matter what you want to fish for, Rick Hanfler, the state's top bass angler, and his pro staff of top guides can show you the hot spots and teach you how to fish them. Whether it's bass, walleyes, muskies, northerns, or panfish, Northland Guide Service is the place to start. For more information or to book a trip, call 414-367-5563.
It's time now to announce this week's winners of the 1994 Pabst Blue Ribbon Fishing Contest.
This week's first winner is Chuck Smalley of Milwaukee. Chuck caught this 49-inch muskie on the Rhinelander flowage. He was using a bucktail. Ralph Schneider of Sussex moved into the winner's circle with his 29.5-inch walleye. He caught this beauty on Lake Winnebago using a Rapella. Scott Johannes of Brookfield moved into the winner's circle with this 5-pound, 10-ounce largemouth bass. He caught that beauty on School Section Lake. Linda Spurl of McGuanago caught this 19-3/4-inch smallmouth bass on Lake Geneva. She was using a jig. And Marlene Matuzowick of South Milwaukee rounds out this week's winners. Marlene caught this 36-inch rainbow trout on Lake Michigan using a Flying Dodger.
All of the winners will receive a custom-designed show T-shirt and a case of Pabst Blue Ribbon, and they'll be eligible for $5,000 in prize money. Remember, any fish caught in the states of Wisconsin, Illinois, Iowa, or Indiana are eligible. Just look for this poster and pick up an entry blank, or send your photo to Wisconsin's Waters and Woods, 4230 North Oakland, Suite 195, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, 53211. Remember, Pabst promotes catch and release and keeping our water safe and clean. So when you're out in the boat, enjoy the great taste of Pabst NA. Or when you're having that shore lunch, reach for a Pabst Blue Ribbon. As they say, PB Army, ASAP. And that is our show for today. Please join us next week as we head up to Door County to fish for smallmouth and northern. Until then, I'm John Gillespie, hoping to see you enjoying Wisconsin's Waters and Woods.
For your next video project, call Universal Productions International. Today's show has been brought to you by the Pabst Brewing Company, PB Army, ASAP, and by your Toyota dealer. I love what you do for me, Toyota. And by Gander Mountain. Gander Mountain, where the serious sportsman shops.
The skies of fear shine on and on. The waters and the woods we call on and on. The waters and the woods we call on and on. The waters and the woods we call on and on. The waters and the
Sports Channel, there when it counts. Get caught up on all today's sporting events with New Sport Tonight. A complete half hour of sports news and information with scores and highlights of the day's action and a preview of the evening's big event. New Sport Tonight delivers expert analysis on the topics you want to know about. And New Sport Tonight gives you nightly TV listings of where to find your favorite teams. Scores, highlights, previews, analysis, and listings. New Sport Tonight sets the stage for the day in sports. Take a shot at one of the Chicago area's most beautiful championship courses, Tamarack Golf Club in Naperville. Every round of golf is open to the public, and with early week specials and twilight rates, you'll want to book your outings at foursomes now. Tamarack also features outstanding banquet and dining facilities. Call 708-904-4004 now to make your reservation.
Hi, I'm Dale Talon, PGA professional at Tamarack. Make the championship choice. Take advantage of our special weekly rates and come challenge Tamarack today.
From the exclusive Gray Oaks Country Club in Naples, Florida. Meet the legendary Ken Venturi and learn how to hit your drives longer and straighter. Discover one of the most revolutionary developments in golf club design in the last 100 years. Meet the best of the long-distance drivers and learn the secrets that can add yards to every drive you hit. It's all right here on Ken Venturi's Driving Tips. And now, here's your host, Tom Cummings.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Gray Oaks Country Club in beautiful Naples, Florida. I'm Tom Cummings, and now you have a terrific opportunity to improve on your driving. Do you want to get more distance off the tee? Do you want to see the ball sail straight and true? Are you tired of landing in the rough, or worse? Well, we all know it can be frustrating and embarrassing because the tee shot can make or break your round. I am holding in my hand a revolutionary new driver called the Javelin Blue. This remarkable club incorporates the latest technology with state-of-the-art quality control to provide you with more distance and accuracy. And best of all is the feel. But why take my word for it? Back in 1964, the U.S. Open was played under a format that called for the final 2 rounds to be played in the very same day. Ken Venturi trailed by 2 strokes heading into the final 18 holes of the championship. The 3rd round left Venturi dehydrated and suffering from heat exhaustion. Visibly sick and moving slowly, Venturi climbed to the top of the leaderboard and won the 1964 U.S. Open through sheer determination and courage. His inspirational play garnered him Player of the Year honors and placed the name of Venturi into legendary status in the world of golf. It is my pleasure to welcome golfing legend and Javelin Blue fan Ken Venturi.
Thank you, Tom. That's a nice introduction. Appreciate it. One of the most underrated aspects of golf equipment is the shaft. Steel shafts can be strong and rigid, and they can give you control, but they can actually hold back the power of your swing. Graphite shafts in the past were flexible and could uncoil a great deal of power, but most of them lacked control. Today, that is no longer true. Finally, there is a shaft now that offers you the control of steel, plus the power of graphite, the Javelin Blue.
The Javelin Blue is the driver that will take you into the next century. It's easy to hit and gives you distance without sacrificing control. Let's talk about that easiness. This is Ken Venturi's Driving Tips, and his first tip concerns an easy swing.
Let me give you a tip on making an easy swing. You know, the best swing we have is our practice swing. Unfortunately, we never use it again. What we do is we take a practice swing and then we try to hit the ball, not using our practice swing. For instance, here's a broken tee. It could be a broken tee, piece of paper, a dandelion. You're not trying to move it anywhere. All you're doing is just taking a practice swing, moving the tee. What you want to do now is use the same swing when the ball is there. Let the ball get in the way of your practice swing. Take it up easy. So remember, if you want to start hitting the ball longer, start with an easy, smooth swing and work your way up.
I've never hit the ball as far as I'm hitting it now. With an easier swing and much more accuracy, it's really wonderful.
Occasionally I block the ball off to the right. With this club, I'm able to slow down, come through the ball, and hit it straight.
I think people are going to love it once they get a chance to hit it. The shaft has a good feel and it's solid on impact.
I've been playing golf for about 15 years, and I've never had a club in my hand the last 2 years that felt better than this club. I've enjoyed playing with it. I like the way it feels in my hand, and I've gotten a tremendous amount of distance.
You just heard those golfers say that the Javelin Blue provides a tremendous feel. I know the club designers, and I know one of them very well. He is extremely knowledgeable about the composition and technology that goes into a golf club. He's a long-distance driving champion. and he's the founder of the highly respected World Power Golf Products. His name, Tom Winrow. Here's more on Javelin Blue and Tom Winrow from my friend, Tom Cummings.
The making of a high-quality golf shaft begins with the testing and measurement of carbon fibers that are the basic components of the Javelin Blue. After the carbon fibers pass this rigorous examination, the fibers are cut into precisely designed forms. The forms are then hand-wrapped to exact specifications by Javelin Blue. When the patented designed wrapping is complete, it is then sealed in preparation for high-temperature baking. When the shafts are completed, flexibility testing resumes.
Without sounding too technical, there is something you should know about the clubs in your golf bag. Shaft flexibility is measured in terms of a frequency rating.
We have found that in reading the frequency rating, the industry standards are too broad. Your present driver could be at the low end of one flexibility, while your fairway woods are at the high end of another. Yet these clubs are sold as a set.
You may not think this is important, but it is. Why is it that we have a favorite club or two in our bag, but they come from the same set? We find this discrepancy unacceptable.
We test the Javelin Blue every shaft one at a time. It comes in, we inspect it for any markings that happen to be on the shaft. We put it in our frequency computer. We have a